Mary had a little lamb.
The fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream. Change has come to America.
Believe me. Help is on the way.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show.
Turn up your mind.
I'm Eric Greitens, Navy SEAL, and today we're going rhino hunting.
Oh, God.
The rhino feeds on corruption and is marked by the stripes of cowardice.
Oh.
Join the MAGA crew. Get a rhino hunting permit. There's no bagging limit, no tagging limit, and it doesn't expire until we save our country.
From what? From what? What are you saving your country from at the end of a semi-automatic weapon in somebody's home, in somebody's house?
Let me tell you something. When you go into the gun store and you say, I'm insecure and I'm looking to compensate, that is the gun they hand you, the one he's got in that ad.
It's really twisted. I mean, it's just like really. And when he was confronted about it by the good liars, you know, I love the good liars. They're amazing. They're fearless. And they asked him, he goes, oh, well, you know, that commercial was just a metaphor. It was just a metaphor is what it was.
Your ad is the talk of the country right now.
I'm Eric Greitens, Navy SEAL, and today we're going rhino hunting.
You're comparing these rhinos almost to as if you're running into them in nature or something, right? It's big game hunting.
It's obviously a metaphor.
No, of course, right.
It obviously shows that the left, right, which has no sense of humor, and they want to outlaw metaphors.
Get a rhino hunting permit. There's no bagging limit, no tagging limit, and it doesn't expire.
It's like as if it's a rhinoceros, right? But then you go to a human house.
Well, you know, I think what was really clear about that was that it was a metaphor.
But it was in like a human house, so that's why I was kind of like, because it was like big game hunting, but then it was like you went to like a human house.
I think everybody who has a sense of humor recognized kind of the parody.
Well, I thought it was actually pretty funny, but then I was like, but then he's going to a human house with a SWAT team, because then it started to seem more threatening. Seem a little bit more threatening.
Yeah, they're going into a human house with, you know, a SWAT team and, you know, like a Navy SEAL team. It's a little threatening. It makes everybody feel like they are Osama bin Laden. You understand? Like, I was with you. I thought it was, what is with the guns? Why does every Republican have to be in an ad with massive firepower in order to convince people to vote? You know who else is on this ballot? You know who else is running for the same seat, the same Senate seat that is being vacated by Roy Blunt? You remember the McCluskeys? Remember the McCluskeys? The St. Louis, couple that, pointed guns at people who were peacefully walking through their neighborhood on their way to BLM protests, but ventured down their street by mistake. And the McCluskeys came out loaded with, guns. Remember those beautiful people? They're also running. He is also running. That same guy, Mark McCluskey, he's also on the ballot next to Eric Greitens. Billy Long is on the ballot. I mean, Vicky Hartzler. These are and Eric Schmidt, the AG, who literally told people in Missouri that the election was stolen. This is the best the Republicans can come up with for a United States Senate seat. Okay. And whoever wins, it's my best guess that they will have to run against Lucas.
For Lucas Kuntz, service started early. When his family was bankrupted by medical bills, Kuntz's neighbors, who had no more than they did, got them through. Kuntz fights for universal health care because
no family should have to go through that.
When Lucas joined the Marines,
it was to serve the community that took care of me.
Now,
our democracy, Roe v. Wade, it's all on the line. And I'm still ready to serve.
Lucas Kuntz, the Democrat.
I'm Lucas Kuntz, and I approve this message.
Oh! Me too. I mean, there's like a legitimate human being who served his country honorably, who came up from nothing, who, when his parents went broke because of medical bills, he literally put that in his permanent Rolodex and made it his life's work to defend this country because it was full of neighbors that helped his family out when they went bankrupt, and now he would like to do service at the U.S. Senate in order to bring health care to every American. And you know, this is the crazy part. This is the crazy part. Right now, women are being stiffed, obviously. We're having our rights taken away. The voting rights of every American is also on the ballot in places like Arizona and Missouri, where you have election deniers, all of them running for the Republican nomination today, okay? And you have, you know, obviously children who've been left out of the Build Back Better. So the Republicans think that it's now okay, not just okay, that it's uber cool to go after women and children and veterans who need health care because they were deployed near burn pits, and came home with respiratory illnesses and even cancers. Now, if everybody in the United States had health care, we wouldn't need a VA, and we wouldn't need to beg for health care coverage for veterans who got sick from things like Agent Orange back in the Vietnam era. That's how long this fight has been going on to get the veterans the care they need, health care that they need, because America doesn't do that. We can't do that. We don't do that. We won't do that. I can't even believe that people are missing the forest for the trees, that the veterans who are up on Capitol Hill right now, with, thank God, Jon Stewart as their spokesperson, as their you know, draw for the media to cover it, because this issue would never, ever, ever have made it to the TV had it not been for Jon Stewart watching them suffer all these many years and showing up for them, right? Nobody would stick a camera in their faces. Nobody's interested in their healthcare debacle or their dilemma. Except for like Lucas. Lucas is.
The people who kept us there for years, the same people who said, give us your sons and daughters, give us your trillions of dollars, we're building something real and lasting here, right? They lied the whole time. I mean, I believed them until I went there, and then I saw that it was all untrue. And I think the lie that hurts me the most is just how they told me that I was fighting for freedom over there. They told us all we were fighting for freedom, but really, like I've seen on this campaign trail in the last few months, like the real fight for freedom is right here. The front lines for the fight for freedom and democracy, it's right here in Missouri, right? Abortion rights are on the line, voting rights are on the line. That's not in Afghanistan for us, that's for us right here, right? It's all on the line in Missouri, and so you just see that as a veteran who's been exposed to burn pits. You see these Republicans first take away all of our rights or attack them, and then the people they sent over there, they won't even take care of us, and they try to hold us politically hostage. It's absolutely criminal. That's what I'm running against here. It's why I'm thrilled to be doing this race, and we gotta win here on the front lines of democracy so that we can keep our country intact.
Major Lucas Kunce, that is his name. And whoever wins this Republican scam of a primary in Missouri today will likely run against him to take a Senate seat in a very Republican state, Missouri. But you've done it before with Claire McCaskill. And, you know, I don't honestly think that you were sorry that Claire McCaskill represented you, Missouri, because she represented you really, really well and smartly and with dignity. Now, I didn't agree with every vote that Claire McCaskill ever took because she was representing a state that doesn't represent, you know, my view on this. But this is crunch time now. You've got the Republican Party literally going after voting rights, the most basic freedoms they're going after. Now they're going after women's rights. 50 years of relying on the fact that we were free to make our own decisions about what goes on inside our families, what goes on inside our own bodies, what goes on inside our own lives, that's being taken away. And now they're going after the children, too. Remember the other day I told you about the story where 22 Republican attorneys general are suing the Biden administration because they want the right to discriminate against children who say that they are lesbian or gay or transgendered in school and deprive them, seriously, withhold school lunch from those kids. They are literally suing the Biden administration for the right to discriminate against children. This is how sick and sad they are. Don't have time to listen to the live show? Want to hear more on your schedule? Go to randyrhodes.com and buy a stinking podcast.